所以我们现在在这 Jungle Street on the way 去吃我们的早餐，现在已经是
早餐。
现在是午餐了，12点不好意思，这早午餐了，是 brunch time。So 等下我们有
多人。
等下我们有 breakfast 跟 lunch，breakfast 跟 lunch，break lunch and brunch，OK？ Test one. OK. Hello Kelvin. Hello CK. 说你们是没有收到那个，你有 share 给人家吗 ？OK， 我现在开到这讲话。你有 share 给那个 participant 吗 ？CK 或者是 Kelvin？As long as 他们有那个 link 哦，他们就可以进来那个怎样讲？他们就可以进来了，这样子。OK， 这样我们就等一下哦。现在这里就有我们3个人，我这里可以看到3个。Testing, OK。可能你试看再 share 这个咯 ，share 去 Facebook， 他们应该是可以按到这个 link 的哇。我试看 share 到 Facebook 了，这个是我自己啦啊。OK，welcome。因为这个YouTube 会比较顺啊，如果你 compare to 用那个那个什么，你 compare to 用那个什么 Webex 啊 ，Webex 会比较慢，然后 YouTube 的话就可以看到比较清楚，然后又可以 Full HD，Facebook 只是720p， 所以是看那些人进来咯。Hello， 我还是有 share 给Jack 他们Jack。是Jack，糟糕，我一时想不起名字，因为还要看一下这个 live 是怎样做的，所以我也是给他们 Stramo 那个 OK， 等一下啊，那个叫什么名字？那个叫什么名字 ？OK，welcome Sony Center to Stramo，welcome to this live stream。OK。Even though they are not, how to say, it's not like a workshop lah. It's more like a troubleshooting classes. So feel free to drop questions if you have anything. And this is live. Anything you see here is just happening right now. I'm showing you all the stuff that is what's happening. I can even show you what is behind me. Okay, so you can see it's quite a bit of messy here, right there with all the gears. You can see I'm in the lower left corner, right there. Okay, so yeah, you can see all this fancy lighting. Yeah, so to do a proper live, you need to invest a bit of lighting. So 需要花一点钱在这些灯光，不然的话，你的灯光没有打出来这样柔，这样子。OK， 换来先。OK， 我们再等一下。So 你现在看到的是应该是 Full HD 1080p， so it's a Full HD 1080p at 30 frames per second. Actually can go to 60 frames per second, but because my internet is not fast enough, so I'm using 30 frames per second right now. Okay, we just wait a bit more. Okay, we can see a bit more people coming up. Hi, Bobby. Welcome, Bobby. Hello. So yeah, we just wait for a bit. Anyone here speak Mandarin, right? 你们全部都是说华语吗？还是有掺？所以如果再换过来，你可以看到，其实它是这样子的，所以可以看到那个 view， 看到吗？那个 view， 这是我电脑现在发生什么事情，我这个在做这 live stream 的。我在 setting 跟然后再换回了自己。 OK， 但是重要啦，要有好的相机 ，so you need to have a camera that is dedicated. OK, it's actually I'm using the 6006 in front of me right here, and then also the lens is a 16 to 55G lens, 2.8G lens, very good for streaming, super good. Don't know 嘞 ，only you can see. 我觉得那个 Facebook 会有点不是 YouTube 那个有点 lag 啊，就是我自己讲，然后可能30秒过才去到那个live stream 里面。OK，so 有什么问题？如果你们的 Bobby 如果有什么问题，可以 leave question comment。OK，so even 你要 ask about videography， 然后那些东西，然后什么 setting 什么我都可以帮手。Yeah，so feel free to drop any question if you have anything. Okay, just to repeat again, I'm using the 6600 right here in front of me, and with the 16 to 55, 2.8G, and on top I'm using the microphone is also from Sony. It's a ECM-B1M, so it's a dedicated microphone. Quite a good microphone. Okay, especially if you go out, you go shooting. If you need a very good mic, bring around, and it got noise cancellation, the mic from this thing is actually very good. Actually, right now, on my left hand side is the aircon. The aircon is not really directly blowing, but it has a bit of sound there. But because this one has a bit of noise cancelling, it helps to reduce those ambient sound a little bit. Anyway. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm using the YouTube to stream. So if YouTube is a little bit more flexible. You can stream really high quality video all the way to 4K if you want to, but Full HD 30 frames per second is more than enough to do the live streaming. Yeah. Then and in front of me this 6600 here with the 1655 2.8. I like the autofocus of this lens is very fast. So if let's say I zoom already and pop something in, see, go into it very instantaneous, come back to me, and then see. So this one is as far as the ZV one. So I tested a lot of the lenses and camera. This combination here, if you want to do streaming, is super fast. Okay, you can see, come back, focus back to the controller, come back to me. See, come back to me. Okay, then if I put my hand, see the focus very fast. Okay. Thanks to the XD linear motor inside this 1655G, so it's like very fast autofocus. Okay. So how do you think the sound quality sounds like? Okay, let's just do a bit of comparison right here. Feel free. So 如果你们有问题，你要写华语字都可以 drop comment, I'll reply you. Or you want to anything, just drop in comment. Okay. So what happened is, I have a dedicated microphone right here. This is the I bought it like 6 years ago, or maybe not 6 years, 8 years ago. So this is a dedicated. If I switch this angle and I go zoom in a little bit more, you can see. So this is a dedicated Sony microphone. It's actually like it's like a lavalier mic. So I'm sure right now you have much more options available already. So when you do streaming, you really need to have a good quality sound. So I'm just using ECM-B1M. I find the sound is actually good enough with it. But right now, just going to show you, I'm going to switch around. Let's say I'm switching from the ECM-B1M but to this dedicated sound. Of course, this is a bit more pricey. You can really, let me put on this one. You can really spend some money on a good mic, okay? But this one you can use it for outdoor, go out shooting video, or or you want to use at home also can. So there's two parts. One is this is a transceiver. If I zoom out a bit. And then you have the receiver. This is the receiver here. So because this is using radio, so you can use very far away. And then right now, there's a lot of brand available to do this already. So yeah. So let's say in terms of comparison, let me switch off this sound here. Okay, so right now the sound is coming up from this device here. I mean this particular device here. You can see, you can hear the sound. Maybe you can't really hear that. Hello, hey Wilson, welcome. Yes, OK. So 如果你们有什么问题呢，就 drop 我啦我就尽量 demonstrate 给你 troubleshoot 也是可以。你要我插相机、讲相机东西都可以。等一下，我先转回来，先有点难。OK. OK. So this is a live streaming. OK，so 全部东西发生是直接的 ，OK， 现场的，如果有问题就然后今天是 more on video side，so OK，repeat again，so 我现在是用的1655G、1655G and 6600，OK，so and then using the mic is an ECM-B1M. So if you're looking for a perfect streaming, perfect like fast focus, this lens is very important. Yeah, you really need this powerful lens, and then you can easily just zoom, and then you pop something in, you focus instantaneously. Focus there, right there, and come with me. Okay, so yeah, 你们有什么问题吗？你可以 feel free drop any comment 可以。所以我现在今天没有什么 slide， 没有 PowerPoint， 什么都没有，只是 maybe more on interactive session 的。所以如果你有问题可以问我啦，没问题。还有东西就是一个 tips 我很想讲的，就是当你做 video streaming，so if when you want to do video streaming，sorry sometimes mix of Chinese and English。Because I'm not sure whether you guys prefer me to speak in Mandarin or Chinese. So sometimes when you do video recording or video streaming, especially usually now all the camera these days, they can prioritize on the face and eyeball on some of the camera. Okay, let me switch back this. Okay, so right now the sound is coming from the ECM-B1M, not using the wireless mic. Okay, so one of the tips that if you want to, hey, hi, sugar, sugar purple wipes. Okay, very interesting name. Okay, again, feel free to drop any comment, anything. Okay, if you want to find out anything, just drop me any questions because yeah, if you're not sure anything. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what is my setting right now. Okay, I'm not doing any PowerPoint, no PowerPoint tonight. It's more interactive sessions. So one thing is in terms of camera tracking performance, you can set a few things in the camera. On top, you can also set how the whether you want to track the face or not tracking the face. So right now the camera actually not tracking my face. Okay, I already turned off. So and then because I'm using this dedicated switcher here, if I can switch around, you can see right here I'm using this dedicated switcher here. I'm sure you can get it from Harn, CLS Photo, or you can go ask for them. You know, they might sell this dedicated switcher. This one is allowed me to do multiple input at the same time. And I can switch around. Even I can show you my screen, which is my computer screen right here. You can see this is all live. So what? Okay, never mind. Just back to me for now. So yeah, everything here is live. Okay, so you can see this one allow me to do multiple switching at the same time. Okay, back to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off this, and I will have a camera. Okay, this is a 7M3 with the 35mm f1.8. But all the camera inside, you can adjust the setting. Okay, you can adjust the setting how it behaves. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to plug this HDMI port to this camera, and then you go into the camera. I mean, go into the receiver right there. Okay, so yeah. So if I'm speaking too fast， 或者是我讲得比较快呢，你要我慢慢讲来解释都可以。Make sure 你要 prompt 我啦 ，prompt 我在 comment 啊，因为我不知道你们明不明白。OK， 我再开机先。OK， 关起来先。Oops， 我要关那些东西。哦，忘记了，因为你们看到，对，你们看到。OK，so yeah，feel free to drop me comments below. I'm assuming you're also watching right now is a full HD quality 1080p at 30 frames per second. So one thing good is about YouTube is you can really stream high quality video full HD. But if you do Facebook, they only limits you to do 720p, which is 1280 by 720. So not a high resolution. But right now I'm sure you can see how this quality likes. You know, from 6600 and 65 2.8G and then the ECM-B1M right in front of me. Okay, right. So right now I just hook up to this camera, and I can put myself on. Okay, so you can see this is all everything happening in real time. Okay, I'm not doing any. Yeah, see everything is real time. Okay, let me just quickly adjust the brightness. Okay. Hello. Yeah. So this is video mode right now. So what you see is actually reflecting what the camera see lah. Okay, and in front of me there's another screen. Just let me see what is the next transition. Don't worry. So like I said before, in the camera you can in Sony camera menu, if you are new to Sony camera menu and you don't know how all this setting works and all this and that, usually when a newer camera model like Xeon M3 6004, they have this new color menu. This is new one. So usually the number 1 is about photo, number 2 is about video. So all you need to do is go into the number 2, it's all about video, that's all you need to worry. And then inside here, of course, you can set your recording and all this and that. But because you are doing streaming, when you're doing streaming, you don't have to record in the camera. The signal actually transfer through HDMI and go to your capture card. Yeah. Unfortunately, right now, Sony don't have software at the moment. It's coming, but not at the moment. They don't have. It's to allow you to transform your camera, become a webcam. But sooner or later it will come. But of course, if you're a bit more savvy, 你要比较 more control, then you need to capture something like this. This is a better capture card here. But anyway, back to the control. So the next thing here, the second page, usually in the like I said before, in the video section, go to the second page, you'll find these two things. Okay, so normally right now I set for this camera, especially for streaming, I set my drive speed to fast, the fastest. So drive speed is the focus motor inside. Every lens inside got a focus motor, and Sony has 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 kinds in terms of mirrorless. Normal, linear model, DD-SSM, XT linear, RD-SSM. Yeah, so 4 kinds. So the fastest in Sony is the XT linear. Okay, never mind. So you can see, you can set this here. So usually I set to fast, and then I set to responsive. So it's just more responsive when you want to do the tracking. So like I said before, when I'm using the 6600 right here in front of me, let me switch back. I turn off for now. This is 6600, and let me zoom a bit here. Okay, and 2.8 constant, and everything it just pop to the front. It will focus very instant. Even though if you see my face and eyeball, it doesn't track. Then I'll come back to that because I already switched off my face detection. So as soon as I pops anything, goes. Pops anything, goes. Okay, very easy. But very important. 一定要买好的镜头。OK， 那个镜头很重要，因为每个镜头有不一样的马达，所以 every lens has different actuator inside the lens. So yeah, this tier 6600 and the 16555G is perfect. Of course, I know it's a bit pricey, but yeah, you look at the color of this everything. Okay, so back to this part again, and then let me go on. Then another thing. Okay, let me just switch back to it's a bit too bright. So I'm using the 35 1.8 right here on the Xeon M3, and that's how you focus. You can see how you focus. You find something close to you, and then focus to something here. Okay, let's say. So you can see that the camera actually track my face, right? You can see it tracking my face there. So what I suggest is when you do live streaming, turn off the face detection, because when the face here is on, it will keep hunting for face. Although you have something into the front, it's still hunting for the face. So what I suggest is you can go into menu. You will always go to menu, or the fastest way is you can go to number 2 and go to the second last. Yeah, usually in the menu, it depends on what camera you have. Usually the second last or the third last, either one. You will find something called function menu. See the function menu, this one. Go inside, you will find the 2 rows. This function menu is to adjust the upper row and the bottom row, which is like this part here. When you press the, okay, let me hold to this. Yeah. So when you press this button, let me go zoom in. Okay, when you press this function button, FN, there's FN, you press it, and you will bring up this. Oops. Let me go back to this. Okay, so when you press the FN button, hi Casey Ong, welcome, 谢谢参加，谢谢。When you press the FN button, you will find these 2 rows of things. This 2 row is the function menu. You can quickly customize. 你可以很快的去 customize 去做你们要做的东西。所以我会把这个关掉。好，这个已经换了的，可能你的跟我的有点不一样，因为全部可以换的。So all these here can be customized. Go back to menu. Like I said before, number 2, and then look for this one. Function menu set right here. Function menu set. Go inside, and then you look for anything lah. Anything inside here. If you don't want, I don't know. Let's say I don't need the. Oops, sorry. Press wrong button. I don't need the touch operation. Okay, let me bring back my face. I don't need the, let's say this part here, the right hand side lower touch operation. I don't need. Let's say I don't need this one for now. I don't need. I just switch to yeah. You can just do anything. Yeah. So when you buy Sony camera, straight out of box, everything is default. But you can do your own customization. Okay, just customize your camera to the best setting that you use all the time. Okay, let me look for the face. This one, face/eye priority in autofocus. This one, press it. Okay, so the function menu set is to customize these two things. You can see this one here, right here. It already switched to the face/eye AF. Let's say right now I switch back to the touch operation menu again. Press it. Number 2. Go back here. I go back to my touch operation just now. Example lah. You can easily just set here. Yeah, I know the menu is like forever. Yeah, right here. So you go back to you can see this is the touch operation right there. Okay. So like I said before, you can feel free to customize all this setting here to suit your needs. All right. Okay. Let me just go back to that thing again. Right here is this one. Face and eye/priority. So when you're doing live streaming, if you're planning to do a live streaming, what I recommend is switch off this face detection, this part. Face off, switch off, don't turn on. Okay, so the camera prioritizes what is the closest thing to focus. Okay, if you switch it on, the camera always look for eyeball or face. So don't do that. Switch off. Okay, so like I said, like I demonstrated before, back to this one. Okay, this is the Okay, thanks for joining KC On， 谢谢。如果你还要我解释，跟华语解释，我可以解释啊，没问题。你只要 leave 在 comment， 有什么问题可以问，都 OK 的。像我现在前面这个 demonstrate 这个是6600 A6600， 再加1655G 2.8的镜头，超级棒的一个搭配 for video 或者是 gimbal 或者是 streaming 什么，这是一个很超级棒的一个 combination。On top 那个声音其实用这个是。用着我们 Sony 的 ECM-B1 也是一个很好的一个，还有那个隔音的功能的。其实 ，OK，so anyway, this is a combo here, right here. So like I demonstrated before, when you switch off the face detection, okay, let me go back there. So now you can see my full face. Okay. So as long as anything in the front, you focus. See, I focus. See it doesn't track my face anymore. See my face? It doesn't track. You prioritize what is in front of it. Okay, very fast. Come back. You can see. Okay. And yeah. So KC 有问什么问题吗？你可以 feel free drop comment 都 OK 的。我看好像没有人一样，等一下啊。Let me see. KC 有什么问题吗？你可以KC 你是你是Johor嘛，对不对？然后一般你是去什么呀？我讲嘛，你有之前来过我们之前的 workshop 吗？还是我们之前那个可以那个因为之前Johor我们也做很多 workshop 了，只是说现在 MCO 没有 workshop 了。OK， so OK， 我是想看看有谁还在这里的，可以留 comment 啊，没问题啦。有 OK 吗？没问题吗？等一下。嗨，OK，so OK，so 刚才这样讲啦，说我现在用的6600、1655G， 还有 ECM-B1M， 说这个是个很好的搭配，再加上因为那个电池很大，这个是用着那个 Sony 比较那个就是 A73 以上的镜头这里相机，还有6600 都是用这个比较大个这个 battery， 所以这个其实很耐，可以你基本上你做 live stream， 如果你是靠电池来讲呢，我觉得你可以耐2个小时啊 ，Full HD， 不然的话你就插那个 power bank 就是很久了，可以用很久。所以你现在看到的是全部是 live，OK， 然后你可以看到我的这个另外一个 angle，Oops， 等一下，我开的是这个。这是另外一个 angle， 从这里下面来的，这里是搭配了，说用的是 7mm M4 跟2470的镜头，你可以看到这个背景 ，OK。那当然，我上面这里有一个比较 dedicated 的 switcher， 就是如果是用回这个啊，你可以看到所以你可以看到有这个机器 ，OK， 这是比较 dedicated。所以如果你看你们啊，你们想做 live 是简单的，就是可能说只要一个相机。再接起电脑，然后可能跑一些 PowerPoint 一些照片这样子，简单的也是可以。但是你们需要暂时可能是需要买一个 capture card， 所以 capture card 你可以有一个 input 的，或者是你可以用 capture card 再经过一个 HDMI splitter 也是可以。不然的话就容易一点，就是一个 capture card。OK， 这个我要酷的，因为 ZV-1 其实我现在没有很惨的嘛，虽然我来先。忘记跟你讲啊，现在的这个 live 其实到我现在自己讲话到你们那边可能是慢了30到40秒，抱歉，因为 live 通常是有点慢的。OK，so ZV-1 其实现在我手上没有，因为那个什么，我们的 demo set 都没有，太好卖了，真的是很好卖，已经出到完了，没有货了，全部出到完，所以我们还在等下一批呢，所以我自己手上是没有那个 ZV-1 的。Hello， 丽花，谢谢参加这个小小的分享。OK， 我是 Sony 的那个 Product Specialist 啦。所以如果你有什么问题 ，feel free 可以你懂吗？你可以 drop comment， 你可以叫我 Harn， 对，忘记了，你可以叫我 Harn， 有什么问题可以问。OK，so 就算我没有 ZV-1 都好，我都可以大概跟你解释一下 ZV-1 它的好处在哪里，什么。因为这个6600其实加买这个镜头，那当然价钱是一个不一样的 gap。我前面现在用的是6600，再加1655G 那个给 APS-C 的价这两个搭配很好，很快的对焦，很漂亮颜色，再加上那个我们现在索尼的麦 ECM-B1M 的麦。OK，so 这一关最强的东西就是它对焦，就是你拿什么东西在前面，它就是会去追的东西，直接去。所以我 test 了很多相机啦，这个6600再加这个镜头是最快的。可以说是最快啊！就算是这个 full frame 的73在这里，我这是 full frame 的73都没有这样快，没有那个这样直接。假设我现在在做一个很快的 demo，Can ask TV， 我不是卖 TV 的我自己有买 TV 啦，但是我们不是卖 TV 的 ，TV 我本身是用那个 A8F 跟 X8500F 对 X8500 F。不过，对啦 ，anyway， 我 demo 一下它的速度对焦，就是这样，我把东西放在前面，它就会对焦。这个你看吗？我人是，这里 ，OK， 太靠近了。So 这里，如果你太靠近了就不能对焦了，看吗？不能了。每个镜头有自己的最少的位置来对焦，所以我可以再把它 zoom 一点点 ，OK， 放大了，看吗？它的对焦很快的，就是这个就是 ZV-1 的速度一模一样，就是你放什么东西在前面了就砰，看吗？很快的一个对焦，很惊人的。OK， 这个是它那个很强点，所以你要做分享产品的话ZV-1是可以买，不过那当然了，两个的用处不一样。ZV-1是镜头是死的，不能换，这个可以换这个是一个很好的搭配在这里。OK， 然后如果 OK， 然后你可以在相机里面调它的性能什么的。OK，so 我现在快了，现在这里是一个A73 OK， 可以看看，这个也是相当快的镜头，是31.8，也是相当快的。所以我现在插进去，所以你可以看到，我按过来先，这里 ，Oops， OK， 光圈太小了，我放小先，放 1.8， OK， 现在你看到的是直接的Live View 的 ，OK， 你看到东西全部是直接的，没有经过任何的调整了，就直接相机进去我的 Capture Card。然后你看到东西都是直接的 ，OK， 它的对焦 ，OK， 现在看到现在看到这相机看吗？我现在用的就是这个6600，它的自动对焦，再加这是1655G，然后再加这个 ECM-B1M， 很好的搭配，然 然后这里一盏灯啊。那当然拍streaming 很重要，你这是一个很好的灯，不然的话你看到这个光线是很柔性、很均匀的啊。你可以找 non light 啊，那个没有这样贵，也是蛮不错的。OK， non light 的 Forza light 那个不错的。我这个前面用的是 aperture， 比较贵一点，300D， 比较贵一点，不过还是 OK。所以你可以找 non light 或 aperture， 但是后面你可以看到，我现在其实这里后面有2只，后面这2只，看吗？你要让你的 live streaming 更加的好看，就是要花这钱买这东西，真的是会让你的 streaming 好看很多。因为假设如果现在我把它关掉，这一个灯啊，这也是一个 aperture， 给我一个头灯的。我现在把它关掉啊，你可以看到它比较整个感觉比较死沉沉，没有这样深啊，看吗？整个感觉没有这样好哦。但是我现在把它关掉了。看到吗？没有那2个灯的感觉，就是很死沉沉的。那当然，这个只是一盏灯啊。我现在把这个关哦，我可以按这个，我有一个 control， 应该是可以，没有记错的。啊，我可以关掉它。所以你可以看到，这只是一盏灯，它只是附着你的前面嘛。OK， 好不好？然后当然你要全部配合在一起，所以开了这个，它就给我这个灯。你看嘛，我的头这里下面会有一条线。他就可能看到把我的人跟背后凸出来一点，就有一个 separation， 我们叫 separation， 或者看起来比较立体一点。我再把它关掉，好吗 ？OK， 所以这灯后面这个是 aperture 的灯来的啊，也是相当不错。不然的话，你可以找 for 那个non light，non light 也是很好的，没问题。OK， 开回去，看吗？这个已经蛮不错咯。那再加买这2个也是 non light 的power tube， 好像叫 power tube， 你们可以找。Johor 那个 dealer， 你可以找他问他看，不错的呀，这个。OK， 这2个后面这只灯呢，它很多颜色，你可以改来改去的，什么颜色都可以，你喜欢。OK， 还有它是 RGB 嘛，所以它可以弄到，你看我整个东西跑出来了咯。当然了，这里是用了很多，等一下，我也是从0开始，慢慢 OK 啦。你要看到好像比较 special 点的，你可以用。所以你可以找你们的那个 camera shop， 你们喜欢去的，问一问看。OK， non light 在前面啊，前面一个这是 aperture， 后面就是 non light， 类似这样。OK， 还有什么问题吗？Okay, so if you have any question, feel free to drop. Okay, if you are not sure what I'm sharing just now, I'm just saying that apart from video, good camera, good lens, and also the sound, you also need to invest a bit of lighting, so make your video really stand out from the crowd. Okay, so like I said before, in front of me there's a aperture light. At the two back of me, this 2 tube is a non light. You can look for it non light, and then on what else? On top there's one more. Is to make the separation. So and also another non light. Sorry, this is aperture. It's a mixed brand of here. Okay, so back to here. That's the 66 here. Okay, let me quickly just show you. Okay, in terms of the focusing Okay, sorry, I didn't really adjust the color of this camera here, so it might look a bit funny with my skin tone. Okay, so this is how it focuses right now. I mean, A7 Mark III doesn't has the eye autofocus for video, but it has eye autofocus for photo, not for video. So this is how it tracks. If I go to, let's say I go to the back, this is a foreground here. Come back to me. It's actually doing quite fast, very fast also. Okay, doing quite fast also. You can see back. This is the tripod. This is the tripod here. And then back to me. Okay, again, I'm using the 35mm 1.8. It's not, it's a bit tight, okay, because I'm very close. So this is actually recommended if you put a bit further away, but I can see how fast. And then if I come to this, okay, so you can see it's not as instantaneous if you compare to the 1655G with the 66 here. It's okay on top because I'm still have my face detection on. So to speed up the tracking performance, I suggest you turn off face detection when you do live streaming because it won't prioritize your face. Very important. So let me switch off. Just temporarily switch off this part for now. Yeah, you can see here. So all my setting in the function menu are already customized to the way for me to do photo or video. So it very easily switch off. Okay, so it should speed up the performance. And on top, make sure your speed of number 2 here. Go to number 2 here. Okay, Number 2 here is about video. So this is to change how the behavior of the camera in terms of the focusing speed. So right here, this 2 is very important. Usually I set to fast, and then tracking setting I set to responsive. Okay, so right now back to me. Okay, slightly overexposed, I think. Let me speed up the shutter speed a bit. Okay, much better. All right, so on again, you can see myself. So that's the camera in front of me right here, 6.6, and this is your M3 here. Okay, so you can see how whether it's still tracking fast. Okay, you can see it's improved, but it's not still not as fast as the 6.6. Okay, right there. You can see. Yeah, it takes a bit of time, but it still can do. I mean, not say bad, still can do. It's just that not as quick as the. Let me go back to this one. Oops. Okay, so let me go back to that. Like I said before, this combination here, 6006 with the 1655G best, and is instant. Come here, got that instant. I haven't even fully come to the hand fully. It's just already locked the focus. Instantaneous. You can see it right there, instantaneous. Okay, so myself again, I'm Harn from Sony Malaysia. So I'm the product specialist. So feel free to drop any comment. Yeah, and if you want to ask about ZV-1, I can also show you the same thing about what Z1 can do similar. Of course, I don't have the camera with me right now, unfortunately, because of the stock is very, not say limited, it's actually we don't have stock. Because we are still trying to fulfill the pre-order because it's actually quite a good result, and a lot of people buy, and yeah, and also I'm sure people are also getting up for in future they might want to travel. So again, yeah, if you speaking about travel, this combo here, especially the new battery life, is a must-have important features that on this camera is very good. Because if you're using 6.4, if you intend to buy a 6.4, the battery life on that older camera is not as good. The battery life in this, we call it as a Z battery, the new Z battery, which is found on the 6.6. This is this one. It packs 2.2 times much more performance compared to the older one. So it can really last you for a long time. And two battery of this, it can last you for the whole day. Very good. Okay. So yeah, battery life tracking, eye tracking, you track face, you track eyeball as well. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, let me just go back to this part here. Yeah, so everyone so far so good. I don't see anyone. 你们有什么问题吗？因为我不知道你们是讲你 okay. Everyone here, if you're okay, say yes lah, so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Or everyone here is actually prefer me to speak in Mandarin also, or speak English. Because Johor, we all know that you all. Oops, sorry. Johor, we all know that you all speak Mandarin usually. Okay, let me see right there. Okay, so it's very easy already once you set up, and then another recommendation for you is you can do manual adjustment. So what it means that in the camera setting you can, because right now I set it to one. I think this is what. Can't remember somewhere. 7S M3. I wish we have, but we don't have a 7S Mark III right here. It's going to be coming soon on the 20th of July. Stay tuned. OK， 可以 Jack 可以，谢谢。有什么问题吗？可以Jack。所以这个是你现在看到的东西全部是 live 的 ，OK 是没有 plan， 不是没有 plan 不啦，没有好像我每次跑 PowerPoint 样子，这是没有 PowerPoint。所以你现在看到的东西直接过去，就好像我可以直接去我的电脑。我现在是去了我电脑，看到吗？这是我电脑，看到吗？然后看到我自己在讲话，我也可以 bring up 我们的 let's say 假设那个什么 Sony Malaysia， 我只要去 Sony Malaysia。So 现在是 fully interactive，OK， 没有 script 什么都没有，这是直接的，你看到的。OK， 你看在这哦。然后一个 suggestion 是给你们自己啦，给你们，如果你们有兴趣任何相机 ，so 这是 suggestion for all of you. If you interested of any camera, sometimes I know you can go look for review, you can look for YouTube video, not a problem. But there's one thing from Sony is very neat and I find it's easy for a lot of people to use. So what I'm trying to say here is you just type, if you're interested of ZV-1, type ZV-1, type here. On top, you just type help. Okay, and then help guide. It already pops up. Help guide. This one, just type. So it pops up this. So this is a website dedicated, created by Sony, and it comes up with all the different functions in the camera menu. So it's really to go in it. and tells you all the different stuff. Let's say if you want to find out, high frame rate, how do you shoot high frame rate? It actually shows you what to do, what are the steps. So this way is actually very easy and handy for new user. You don't know where to start and don't know how to use the features. Simply use this method. Search the name only and test help guide. And Sony has a dedicated website for you to actually go through all the different mode. Instead of looking at the books, you can actually go through this part. It's quite easy. It's very easy to use. You can have all the function. Yeah, everything is right there. So if you have any question, you can always refer to this one. But on top, if you can ask me, I can help you. Okay, let me see any question. Oh, this is my Facebook here. Oops. Okay, so what are you expecting to see in upcoming 7S M3? Carson Leung. Wow, interesting face here. Okay, so let me go back to my face again. Hi, my face here. I hope that the experience you can see is much better compared to Facebook, because Facebook can only do 720p and this is Full HD at 30 frames per second, much higher quality. Okay, back to 7S M3. I think we don't need to really use 8K lah. Okay, 8K is a bit of gimmick for now. Well, another problem is most of the laptop or computer are struggle to even handle 4K video, not even 8K. 4K is already struggle already. So I would say 4K is a must, and then on top, maybe 120 frames per second. That will be very nice, because right now I love the Full HD with the 120 frames per second. So if 4K can do 120 frames per second, much appreciated. That will be very killer features, especially for people doing wedding, event. You want to slow down the time and you can record in 4K. That the resolution and the details is very good. Yeah, and on top, hopefully they can also improve the heat, because I also understand 4K is equals to 8.3 million pixels per second. Okay, sorry, in just one frame, and you're looking at 8.3 times 24 if you're running at 24 frames per second. But right now you are looking at 8.3 times how many? 120 frames per second. So let's see if I can bring up my calculator. Where's my calculator? Not sure if I can have a calculator. Yeah, let's say I just do some maths here. Okay, again, I'm using this switching here. I can easily switch to all this function. You can see very easily. On the left hand side is my software that's allow you to see all the switching going on, and also I have a physical switcher here. On top, on the right hand side is where the Facebook is, the YouTube is. Allow me to do the streaming online. I can see all your comments. So if you have question, feel free to drop a comment below. So let's say you do 8.3 multiply by 120 frames per second. So you are getting 996 megapixel of video information per second. Imagine that. It's crazy. Okay, and then you have to record unlimited. You want it to do unlimited recording, because if you compare to right now, for us in Full HD currently is only, say this is 996. Full HD is only 2 megapixel, and then you want to do 120 frames per second. Oops, sorry. 2 megapixel times 120, so equals to 240. So you're looking at your whole pixel information is about what, 4 times more than what the Full HD is. So yeah, heat will be an issue, but I think that Sony will do magic, be better. And I think battery is good. Fine, yeah. And autofocus I think will be good, no problem. Real-time tracking is I like it a lot. The real-time tracking. Okay, so back to me, and yeah. So anyone has any question? I can see how's Sugar Purple Wives? How are you? KC Ong, how are you? Lik Hua Ng, Jun Tim So. I can see CK here. Jack Wong, yes. So I guess this kind of YouTube sharing is actually quite an interactive session. I mean, we can really go deep into troubleshooting all this and that. If you have any question, so this is yeah, the 6 right there. Okay, let me see. Okay, doing quite well. Okay, and let me see right there. Yeah, so this is another camera here. Okay, let me Okay, Okay, so like I mentioned before, the ZV-1, okay, go back to here again. Yeah, like I mentioned before, this website is very useful. So as long as you have any idea, anything in mind, you want to find out certain function and features, just go into Google, just type ZV-1 help guide. Okay, done. You find this Sony website. It's all there. Information is all to help you. And on top, if you're looking for 7M3, you can also type A7M3 help guide. Yeah, it's all there. See, it's right there. It's all there, all the information. Okay, so yeah, just how I cover how the lens and the camera, you know, how the autofocus, and then how you have a good sound compared to this is a dedicated sound. So if let's say I quickly do a test again, back to me. So I quickly do a test again. So if I go to this part and then come back to here, cut. Yeah, this is a dedicated sound. This is an expensive one because I bought it in 8 years ago. It cost me 500 USD. Bought it from Australia anyway last time. So this one is a dedicated sound. If I switch around, so right now the sound is coming from this thing. I'm using the sound from here. Yeah, the sound is from here. Okay, not from the yeah. What do you think? So this one may be a bit more isolated. Okay, because this is dedicated for how to say, for interview. You know, someone speaking and just by itself. But I find the ECM D1M on the one on top also very good already. So let me switch back again. Oh yeah, I can show you a quick video that I did in Singapore last time. That I do it to do the testing about this particular microphone. The sound is, yeah, you can really hear the sound since you're all on YouTube. Good thing with YouTube is the how to say, the video quality is much better compared to Facebook. Facebook is only limited to 720p only. So let me go to this part here. Okay, I need to look for my particular mic. This is quite a long video. Oh my god. Okay, this is. Do I have a shorter version? ECM B1M. Okay, never mind. I just play through it. It's okay. I just play through it because I don't have a shorter version here. This is like a long version. Okay, let me go to here, starting video, and right there. So again, then I'm using the 6004 with 10 to 18, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and also IS100 Mark 7 to do this video. Yeah, just stay tuned, and right there. Okay, coming.
Alpha.
Right here, this one, you can see up close. Because this one has a mouse on top. If I take this one out, you can see this one actually has an 8 microphone capsule. You can see there, right there, lots of microphone, where it do a lot of processing to capture all the sound, then process in this device here, and store the file digitally to your camera. I mean, if your camera support digital with the new horseshoe, especially only on the A7R4, but the rest of the camera is still using analog signal. But don't worry, because this one has a dedicated processor inside, the sound is going to be better. That's why I'm just going to do a test here with this one, with this ECM XY7, which is analog, and right now with this one. And one of the cool things is that this thing at the back, you can see it has a lot of function. So you can see on the top there, this part here, the three thing, it allows you to control the mic to be in focus or do the 360 degree, like which is more surrounding sound. And then you also got noise cancelling, and you also got dial there. You can change whether analog or digital. So if you're using camera like 7M3 or 7RM3, then you switch to analog. If you're using A7R4, then you switch to the digital. Especially only the new A9 Mark II as well, also digital. Yeah, something like that. So okay, let's put this one on and you can give it a try and see how it goes. Okay, right now I'm just going to do a few tests because there's a lot of crowd here, a lot of people, and the sound is still behind. You can see far behind. Okay, right now I'm just concentrate my sound towards myself. Okay, I can actually switch over. So I already switched the sound, just focus on myself only. So the background noise should be a bit less, but it's still quite noisy because there's a lot of things at the background. So right now, if I point towards the people and I'm still talking, okay, right now I'm pointing towards the people. And then my sound, I'm still talking. You can see a lot of people, and there's a bunch of kids there in the middle. I'm actually making photos. I'm really enjoying the few waterfall right in front. Okay, you can see the sound is actually dampened. Just the sound, you can see. I have the microphone to focus on the front. Okay, now back to me. The sound should be clearer now. You can see the sound should be clearer because the sound is only focused to the front. Okay, if I switch back to normal. Okay, if I talk from here, and I switch around, and I'm still talking. Let's say I'm recording this event here. I'm still talking. So the sound still be able to pick up my sound, and also the front sound, and there's lots of things. Okay. So right now what I want to do is I can actually do focus sound. I can the sound to front, focus. Okay, and then now focus on me. And one more thing I added, you can actually do noise cancellation. So I turn on the noise cancellation now. Okay, right now you should be able to hear that the surrounding sound of the ambient is suppressed. And also not much noise, and not as much noise. It's still there, but not as much noise. But my sound from the front is still clear. Thanks to the mic has a built-in processor, and there's a microphone capsule that actually do all the calculation by itself to cancel out each other noise from ambient, and my sound is a very smart microphone. And this mic is actually must-have for all the alpha user because this microphone is specially designed for alpha user with the hot shoe in mind. And any camera that you have with a hot shoe, you can use this mic. So you can hear the sound differences even just for the 6400. And it's analog, but if you put it on the R4 or in the future or the new firmware with the digital hot shoe, the sound will be even much better. Okay, so here is the conclusion of my test with the sound testing. Okay, how do you like it? You like it? So again, this is a ECM-B1M. Okay, so how do you think that's the sound? No, that's the sound test that I did in Singapore. When the mic when it just launched at the time, I was lucky to have one. And I brought it to Singapore because I had a training in Singapore as well. And I decided before the training, I went to this what do you call this? Garden by the Bay, yes. Purposely go to Garden by the Bay because there's a noisy fountain there. Best place to test because a lot of tourists as well. A lot of tourists at the same time. sorry. So by having the surrounding sound is very noisy. You can see how the sound is actually cancelling out each other to help you to get better sound quality. So if you do plan to buy a microphone, just hold on a second, look for this ECM-B1, it's super good, and then you can have very nice sound because it has the processor inside, and you can do the noise cancelling. You want to record in the front or the back or just the front and cancel out the noise cancelling. So it's very good sound audio microphone. That you bring it for travel next time. Very good. Or even do live streaming, just get one. Yeah. So this day I've been using this to do all my live streaming online on Alpha Universe Malaysia every Sunday. Hey, Choi Catch, all the way from my friend here, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. I was in Melbourne for 13 years, quite a long time. I was there. Okay. Anyway, so back to this question, I can see from 黄兆正 ，OK， so 我这用外语来跟你解释啊，所以你可以大概我可以看一下这个 ，so 我现在用的是 Atom Mini， 我不是用 Pro 的，因为我觉得 Pro 我不需要，我转过来先，我再放 cut 过来，按错了啊，对，用这个 ，OK， 看吗 ？so 我现在放靠近点，我要再转过来，因为这个有点，这个这里，然后可以转过来。OK， 所以这样子，所以我可以按那样东西。OK， 因为我们都是 video 嘛，我可以让它变成 APS-C crop mode， 因为这是2470 2.8， 然后再付费全画幅。但是我如果用那个 APS-C crop， 它就更靠近点，我可以让它再靠近点。看吗？它现在更靠近了。OK， 这是有 APS-C crop mode， 应该是我开了 APS-C crop， 对，开了。OK， 所以这个好处就是你可以看到，我要再弄低一点。Oh my god！ 可以了，这样子。所以现在你看到全部东西是 live，OK，、没有 PowerPoint， 没有 plan， 什么都没有，就是直接你问什么我就答什么。所以现在这个是看着啦，这个啦。所以这个是普通的，不是 Pro。然后它的分别就是一来我不需要做RTMP， 还是 Pro 有个东西叫 RTMP 的，我再回来什么东西。另外一个东西是它可以 output to 录 video， 你要去插一个东西，然后给录 video， 我也不是很需要。第三个就是有那个什么，那个叫multiple view， 对 multi view 就是有些人呢，他就直接从这个东西 HDMI out 去一个屏幕，然后屏幕是可以看到有10个 screen 不10个啦，因为这个有4个 input 嘛，所以只有4个屏幕会4个，所以你可以看到4个屏幕发生什么事情，然后你可以直接这样转来转去，比较方便。这个是 more on 你去 church 吧，可能你 church 做 event 可能需要到，但是我做 live streaming， 我最多也是一个屏幕转来转去就够了，我不需要用这样多，因为我种回来啊。你看到这里有一个屏幕嘛，这东西，这个屏幕就会看到我下一个动作是什么。我现在把它再 zoom 靠近点。看嘛，所以这个现在看到这个呢，就是我的 Atomos Ninja 5，OK， 这是可能它出的时候我就买了，很贵一下，3000多。Anyway，so 这个 dedicated screen 就是 for 我现在看到我转什么，你看还转的，看到吗？还转的，还给我看到我的下一步发生什么事情。然后如果我要下一步回来这个屏幕，看到这屏幕是看到我自己的，然后我现在把它按这个一次，它就转去你这个大屏幕看到的，看到吗？它就转过来，这样子。OK，so 这样子全部是这样了，我可以在这里控制，我转回来，看到吗？所以你有没有看到？我要转回来先。OK，so 意思说，你看现在看到我吗？我一按这个一次，我一转来，看到我。所以这个屏幕是让我看到下一个东西会发生什么事情，我在讲这个东西，然后这个来控制我要转还是什么，看吗？转过来再转回去，很快的 ，OK， 我很快的直接转，不用之前我用另外一个中国牌子的，它从一个 A 到一个 B， 它可能要等3秒钟，很慢，这个是直接转，非常快，OK， 这样子，所以这是第一个 OK， 然后回来，如果我们看它分别啦，就是我现在换去第4个 screen， 我第3个 screen 就是我的电脑来的 ，OK， 我把这个电脑的output 进回来这里，它可以这样子，你可以再进回来这里，进到回这个 switcher， 然后这 switcher 再进回去你这个电脑，然后电脑又变成它看到是一个 webcam， 一个 cam 就是一个 input 啦，然后你可以在你的 YouTube 看到我现在做什么东西，因为这东西可以这样子做，所以你可以看到这个东西，这是我的 YouTube 咯，然后这是 OBS 是换我的不同的东西 ，OK， 但是我现在是用在这里 ，OK， 不用紧，我现在讲的是这个，所以如果你要买，看你个人的用处吧。So if you are shooting for event, you need multiple view, OK, go for Pro， 只是一个 multiple view 吧就够了 ，go for Pro 了。multiple view 就是你借去一个屏幕，然后有4个 screen 可以看到，你可以看到4个 screen 发生什么事情如果你需要这点，买 Pro 不用烦，简单。我就不需要，因为我只做 streaming， 我只要一个就好了，因为我不是在一个活动，我不是在一个 event， 好不好？所以我不需要这个 features。On top 全部大致上东西是一模一样，除了看来这个嘛 ，live streaming over Ethernet， 你可以插 LAN cable， 然后你在那个 LAN cable 边，你再 set 好你的 address 什么东西，你可以直接用那个 LAN cable， 用这个机直接上网。So maybe 可能做 event 的人需要啦，我也不是很需要，我直接用电脑 Internet 就好了。对不对？这看你个人。然后第3就是你可以录去另外一个 hard disk， 它有一个 USB output 给你去录去一个 hard disk。Again， 我又不需要，因为我电脑可以录，这我还在出去呢。所以看嘛，是看你的用处在哪里，然后再选这样子。OK，so 大部分是这样啦，全部的那种 basic 是差不多一样的，只是多了 multi view、USB output 跟 RTMP。如果你不需要这些东西，买那个 mini 就好了，我这买的是 mini， 1600搞定 ，OK， 后你明白啊？OK， 回来我自己我看有没有问题先。VMix 我不是用 VMix 我不是用 VMix 我现在用的是 OBS。 我没有用过 Remix 啦，我没有用 Remix，我用的是 OBS， 免费，不用钱。然后我觉得啦，if you're gonna invest，just invest something that is worth it，OK？不要 Remix， 我觉得你是讲个收费嘛，我看了我都不是很喜欢，我 prefer 这个东西，因为 this one you can actually press，it's physical， you can press。So I actually just bought it. I actually call up Johan, my friend in Johan, okay, and then I say, hey, you got stock, give me, I just pay you. So after 4 days, after 2-3 days, he shipped to my house. Yeah. So 看你自己个人我觉得这个很好，我就买了当然了，你要这些器材、这些相机，所以 starting point 容易的话，你可以找一个6400的好，或者6600的好 ，OK。你找一个6600的，然后你再放那个18-105G 那个很好镜头了，不然的话这个1655G 2.8这支超级棒，OK， so 这个是可以，没问题。Yeah, so yeah, anyone has any question? Okay, doing well. 我这个东西好像反过来了的。Okay, 可以。So again, so if you're thinking to do live streaming, I know 6.4 is selling very well, very good. Doing a lot of people bought it. But 6.6, this one is actually very good as well. Stabilizer inside, the bigger battery, and then fast focusing, and then and also the lens, very important, the lens. Then on top, the mic. Yeah. So what else I can say? Yeah, something like that. And then the setting, because I put it right there. Okay, let me just quickly hold this again. Okay, put it up. So it's live here and okay, come here. Yeah, so everything you see live. Okay, so this one right there. Okay, so this is this is the view of the 35mm. Okay, then let me quickly. I have the let me go back again. So this is the 10-18. Sorry, 10-18. This is the 20mm f1.8. 20mm f1.8 right here. Okay, so you can see it focus very fast. Come back to me. Yeah, this is the 20mm f1.8. Okay, so I'm gonna switch around right there, and I'm just gonna put it to. Okay, don't do this. You better actually switch off the camera before you do this step. This one I'm doing for demonstration purposes. So if you have your own camera, better switch off the camera first. Okay, so right now I already switch around. Okay, come back here. So this is the 20mm f1.8. So you can see the view is much wider compared. The auto wide balance a bit screwed up. So because I'm using a LED light and then some light in the front, so it can get a bit confused. So you can set your own white balance very easily, simply by 20mm cage. You should get one. You know, maybe you can look for Mark. Okay, anyway, look for here. Yeah, 4,400 Kelvin for me lah. I find it's the best light. I mean, in terms of the white color that I use here, and also, but it's dependable. 你看你的自己的 setup 的，所以我在之前是，你看我的皮肤。你看很漂亮吗？这是20mm 1.8镜头，你看到后面很多事情发生，看吗？我这样拿，其实现在是手拿着的，没有I mean 我手其实这样的，看到拿着，看吗？然后这个是它的 focus 蛮好的 ，OK。那当然 ，this one has the XT linear motor, yeah. So this is the 20mm f1.8 at 1.8, and you can see the background, very nice. So yeah, if you're looking for travel lenses, this is a very poisonous for a good price, good performance, fast focusing, and also the very high contrast and sharpness. This is actually, I'm surprisingly with the details. The details of this lens is actually very good, almost comparable to a 24G Master, but it's also very good, very lightweight. So this is 20mm. Okay, just show you the speed again. This is the focus speed. Is it focusing? Let me put a bit heavy. Okay, so this is the focus speed. Come back to me. Yeah, so you can see this is how it picks up. Okay, that's the speed. Again, so that's the speed. That's the 20mm f1.8G. And again, same thing. I set my camera to the fastest tracking fastest tracking and also tracking fast responsive and fast try speed. Then I also turn off. Another thing I said I turn off the face detection. Turn off. Don't use this one. If you have face detection on, you always prioritize on your face. And you can see this is doing nothing. You cannot do anything because the camera keep pick up your face. Alright, so you see it doesn't do anything. Not as fast, but it still do, maybe not as fast. Maybe you need to really block the eyeball. That's what people do. Okay, so like I said, turn off the face detection when you do live streaming. Turn off, because the same thing for the ZV-1. When you do the product showcase setting on the camera, it actually turn off the face priority as well. So that's why it focus very fast. But of course, the lens and also combination of the processor inside, it focus really fast. It's the same thing. Like if I go back to this one, come back here, and I zoom in. Okay, I really like this combination here. You can see this is instant. Come from here. You can see this is how quick, super quick, crazy. So ZV-1, if you're looking for speed, okay, ZV-1 is actually something like that. Of course, ZV-1 won't have this kind of bokeh because it's an APS-C sensor. So you can see this is like insane. 1655G is insanely good for vlogging. Oh my god. Okay, look at that. I'm just surprised with the speed. Okay, go back. To me, go back again. Then yeah. So Cage is very fast focusing. Yeah, that's why Sony recently came out. All the lenses really good. So 20mm is right here. Let me switch to the 24. Then you can see how quick. Okay, this is to show you quickly again. Let me switch back. So this is the speed. Okay. So everything is the same setting. Oops, come back here. Same setting. I'm just gonna change different lens. Okay, this is a M3 here. It's a M3, and right now this is a 24 1.4 G. 24 1.4 G Master right here. Very good. 24 1.4. So just to let you know, if you find that your camera cannot focus anymore, it's not something wrong with the camera. It's just that every lenses has their own minimum distance to focus. This one is at 33 centimeters. You can see on the lens it says that. So this is the speed right there. Okay, then I pop it out. Okay, and right there. Okay, of course 24mm is going to be tighter view, but this one has a 1.4. So let me, okay, same thing, arm length. Of course, it's not as wide already, and also, but maybe bokeh, this one has a bit more bokeh, it's a 1.4. Okay, let me switch back. Oops, is it on? No. Okay, wait. Okay, let me turn it on. Okay, just plug this back again. Alright, okay, so you can see. So this is at 1.4. I can see slightly overexposed. Let me turn down a bit. Okay, yeah, so this is the view of 1.4 at 24mm. Okay, good thing you might find that the person is actually not as distorted, not as much because it's 20mm. But of course, 20mm also can see a lot more things. So this is the 24mm f1.4. And what do you think? This is actually tracking my face because I'm the closest subject to it. It will track my face. But if I pop something in the middle, so there's the speed. Come back to me. Okay. Yeah. Like I said before, not as fast as the 6655 here. So if you want to do fast streaming, just get that lens. Okay. But again, the reason is that because it's a full frame sensor and that's the APS-C sensor. So full frame sensor has a lot of information to work compared to APS-C, okay? Because it's a different photodiode, different structures and all this and that. So anyhow, yeah, 是很毒的黄藻症，所以这个24点是毒啊。然后你看它颜色肤色很好，看吗？然后你现在看到的色彩就是我只是换了一个 white balance，我都没有换其他东西。你可以调这个啦，你可以调这个，但是因为我现在是自己调的色彩。4400 Kelvin 只是一个定这个white balance， 然后我的颜色是没有调的。我其实可以，我先快的转一转，我开这个 ，OK， 然后我可以按这个，我换一换啊，我的那个怎么那个是叫 Creative， 那个我很少用的，我很少用这个东西，我先把它拿回出来先，那个叫什么 Creative， Oh my God， 在哪里？ creative style， 所以我从来不碰，我都是用 standard 的，我都没有碰它。然后另外的东西就是 picture profile 有了，2个都有。好，回来先，一样的，看吗？一样的。然后我按那个看啦，1.4号背景就够力了，嘟嘟嘟啊。OK，FN 我按一次，我再把这关掉。所以你可以看我的 profile standard 什么东西都没有调，看到吗 ？standard OK，picture profile 也不开，完全不开。这个的镜头的颜色是相当的毒啊。OK， 可能你可能看到没有这样好，因为其实我没有经过 YouTube， 所以经过电脑再进去 YouTube， 然后它会把那个颜色稍微再减掉一点，因为我的 internet 不是很快。OK，anyhow， 你会看到这个相机的颜色会比较可能比较浓 ，compared to 这个 full frame， 这 full frame 颜色比较浓一点。回来，其实两个都相差不远，只是可以看到 APS-C 它的色彩可能没有 full frame 的来的比较自然跟浓一点。OK，anyway， 但是我可以看到我的本身是比较亮。Alright， so even more bokeh for sure because it's 24mm 1.4 GM, very sharp. Okay, so now next what about I do this? I can do. Okay, this is the speed. Okay, let me I do this. I have a friend here, Naruto. Okay, this is the speed of focus. Alright, this is the Naruto right here. Hi, and I have a Kakashi Sensei on the next to it. There's a Kakashi Sensei. So this is the speed. If I move from like that, you can see this is how it focuses. Maybe I go too close. Yeah. So it focus on that already. You can see. Okay. Oops. Sorry. So this is how far it's focused to the background. It pick up something at the back. It's actually not bad. I mean, more than enough for most people usage. Okay, so this is speed. You get the idea. Alright, of course. So 1.4, yes, you can get the really bokeh shots. The bokeh. Okay, too close it. Yeah, the bokeh. See the bokeh. So again, don't go too close because every lens has their own minimum distance every lens has their own minimum distance to focus. Don't go too close. Okay, so it really depends on you. Yeah, which one is the best in terms of the if you do more video or do more photo. Yeah, again, if you're doing streaming, fast focusing like ZV-1, this thing, of course, price is different, but the 60-55, that's the APS-C lens. Okay, all right. So right there. So what else? Kenny Wong. So 24 GM is using DD SSM. So let me go to Sony Malaysia. I think right now it's more like a training. It's a live training. Okay, right now it's a live. Oops. Right now it's like a live training. Okay. Again, everything here is straight from the. Okay, I can show you this one. Everything here is straight from the, camera, live, everything. So it's just type SEL24F15GM. It's the same thing. If you use any other Sony website, it's the same thing. You can find all the information there, right there. So the 24.4 GM is using DD SSM. So you can go down. I know there's a lot of information. Go down. Look for this one, and then it comes up with all a small box at the bottom. So you can see this one. DDSSM. So in Sony, we have, in terms of linear focusing, like what it means that oops, let me go back. What it means, linear focusing means is, last time, why they don't focus well in video is because when the lens moving front and back, there's a motor at the bottom there, it's doing this thing. It would spin. You spin the thing to front and back, because they are using a gear. It's like a gear shaft, another gear shaft. So the gear and gear, so what happens is, between the gear and gear, there is also a gap, because gear is actually made out of like a shape like that. So when you move this part, like that, there's also a gap where it becomes not so precise. Maybe good for photo, but video not so good. There's some videos last time you see the DSLR, you see like it hunts because of the gap. Alright, anyway, back to now, fast forwards, right now in Sony, most of the lenses in Sony is all linear autofocus. What it means that it's actually using magnetic charges, front and back. This is magnetic charges. So this is a bit more precise. So in Sony alone, we have 4 different types. So the very basic one is a linear autofocus. Linear, just basic. Like the lens, this one here, this is oh my god, this one. Where's my 35? Yeah, this one. So this is the 35mm f1.8 right here. This one. So this is the quite a wonderful lens, affordable, fast focusing, good for video, good for photo, good for starter as well. Okay, but if you're doing streaming, of course maybe you need to put the lens a bit further away to get the coverage. But anyway, this lens using linear autofocus, the first generation, I mean the first fundamental one. Then on top, Sony second step is DD-SSM, direct drive SSM, DD-SSM. This is one right here. This one. This is the, oh sorry, not this one. 24. Sorry, right there. The 24.4 is the DD-SSM, right here. DD-SSM. Okay, so it's a very fast focus. Of course, now the another one is the actually one more is a ring drive. So it's a RD-SSM, but this one is using in 85 GM. Yeah, never mind, don't worry. But now right now the fastest here is actually XD, right here. This one is using 1655G 2.8. If you're doing streaming, like I said before, anything in front is just instantaneous. Look at that, the speed is crazy. Just to show stuff alone. So if you want to do a product showcase for your businesses, this lens alone is very ultimately. I mean, other lens can do, but this is just very fast. Okay, let me just quite quickly. Let's see how well it stacks up. Okay, because right now I'm using the. Okay, let me switch around. Oops. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this 35. This is a 35 here. Okay, I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put it to the camera there. Okay, so it's 35. 35. It might looks a bit cropped, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so again, do not recommend you do this test until you switch off your camera. 1635 f4是那个都已经很好了。但是这里就是很多读。给你看这35啊，我就直接踩，真的不好，不建议的，这做法是不建议的。OK， 所以有点窄了，现在是，也是蛮不错哦这35看吗？Oops， 我换过来先，这个35也是蛮不错蛮不错但是这个有点窄了 ，OK。After see review about JB1, finally today I got mine from right way 去 yay! Hey, thank you, Sugar. Yeah, so the JB1 is very nice. Yeah. So that will be a good camera for you to bring around anywhere, no problem. So if you have any question about the ZV-1 that you're not sure, feel free to drop any comment below. I try to help you as much as I can. So let me switch to. Okay. Again, we don't recommend it to do these steps. Let me just switch around. Just switch. This is totally not recommended. Okay. Right now I'm using a 24.1.4. Okay. So this is the 24 1.4. Oops, I'm blown up. Okay, one thing you'll find that the APS-C sensor actually focuses faster compared to full frame. You can see, I'm blown out already. I need to reduce my shutter, increase my shutter speed or reduce. No, not here. Oops. Okay, so it's much better. So the 24 1.4 GM right here. Ooh, much. Yeah. So this is it. Yeah. Anyway, for if you do streaming, yeah, that's why I said the APS-C sensor somehow focus slightly faster. Again, because of the sensor is less to work with, and also has very 一直放图给我们，是，但是也可以看到啦分别。那当然两个都很好，看你怎样用咯。其实，OK， 还有什么 ？OK， 还有最后一个，这个是24啊 ，Oops。然后下一个就是321.8 G。OK， 然后这个是1.8，1.8 ，right， 所以我现在都是用 APS-C。对，刚刚很亮是因为 ，because when when you switch lenses, every lenses has different aperture. So when my starting point is a 1655 2.8. So this lens is a 2.8. As soon as I switch lens to 1.4 and also the 1.8, the lens is different aperture. So if I go to their maximum aperture, while other thing is constant, while open up the aperture will also means more light to come in. That's why you can see overexposed. But right now, this is the 20mm f1.8. Just I already adjust a bit for the shutter speed, so you can see not too bright, not too bright. So how do you think? Everything is good, fine. Yeah, you can see very fast. Okay, very good. Wow, the 20mm f1.8 focus quite close. You can see it focus quite close. Yeah, I can see it focus very close. Okay, so it's good for if you want to do some video for your product. You can see, oh wow, okay, focus very close. Okay, so that's the 20mm f1.8 right there in front of you, in front of me. Okay, and that's what you're seeing right there. Okay, I think there's another angle here. So if I can go back a bit, I need to switch back to my view. Go to menu. Yeah, so Sugar, how's your experience with the ZV-1? Good. Okay, so this is the setup. You can see this is my setup here, right here. Okay, right there, this is my setup. So yeah, with the ZV-1, how is it? If you have any questions, I think so. The camera is very easy to use. You can do vertical shooting easily. And what else? Focus fast. You got a big record button. You can also have a record lamp, so you can really see what you're doing. Yeah, overall it's a very good package for the price and performance, and it packs all the big performance from the top of the line. Let's say the A9, A7R Mark IV, A7R Mark III, all the fast focusing mechanism bring down to ZV-1. Of course, it can't beat A9 for sure, but anyhow, it has all the functionality from those big brothers. So it's a very fast camera, and for the price and performance, that one is like a wow. Yeah, that's why so many people buys it, the ZV-1. Okay, so you can see this is my setup. So if you are thinking of doing a streaming, like I said, you need a dedicated computer is right here already. Okay, I'm using a dedicated switcher, and so you need to solve with computer the switching and then the sound quality. So this is a bit more complicated, but you can always start with something simple, just the camera, lens, microphone, even your ZV-1 if you have already, and then with a capture card. But sooner or later, Sony actually would announce a new software according to the press release from ZV-1 last time. Hopefully somewhere around in July or in August, soon they will actually announce a software allows you to use your ZV-1 to become a webcam, so that you can actually go, when you do your streaming, or you want to do chatting with your friend, even doing over webcam, the ZV-1 become a webcam, so people can see a nicer video quality output from the camera goes to the computer. Okay, so but the software is not yet out yet, but just stay tuned, it will come soon. Yeah. Alright, so that's the this one. So this is 20mm. Okay, let me just switch back to this part here. Okay, again, not recommended. You only switch off the camera before you do this. Okay, right there, and then just pull it back. Okay, done. So now it looks a bit darker. I need to increase my okay, too bright. Yeah, so okay, I think we're doing quite well. So far, any question? I don't know. I don't want to say it. Okay, so yeah, I think I have lots of stuff going on, and okay, yeah. Let me see. I think I got almost everything. Let me see any question. Okay, no, so far so good. So far so good. Yeah lah. Then escape. Okay. Yeah. So after all, one thing, if you want to do editing, I mean, of course, not everyone can afford Adobe Premiere. So it's a good software for a start to do video editing. If you want to, very easily, you can look for this software. It's free. You can get online. Just go to this screen for now. So the software that I'm using mostly to do my editing, you can use this one. So this is quite a powerful software. Of course, it will eat up your computer processor and hardware to do this. So you can download this one. It's called From Blackmagic Design. WC 16 is free. It's only registered. It will give you this software you can use. Yeah, this one. Just download DaVinci Resolve, this one here. So it can do quite a nice video editing. Yeah, so it support all the Sony video format. You can use this one. Okay, that's for video editing part. So for streaming, very easily you can see, just to quickly guide you guys here. So if you want to do your own streaming as well, especially right now, I'm back in Melbourne, my friend in KH in Melbourne, you all locked down already, you cannot go out anymore. So in terms of in future, if you want to do some training of your own, even talk about your own, if you want to do makeup, anything that you want to do some sharing easily, all you need to do is download the OBS software. You can see right here, this is a bit more complicated here. You can see a lot of stuff going on. You need the OBS software. So basically what it means that the camera is the devices to capture the images, and then you need to send the signal over HDMI right now to a capture card. But in future, Sony, when they release the software, then you can just use the software. Then from the software itself right here, if I just open up a blank one right here, a blank one, all I need is it breaks down into scene and source. Basically, different scenes to do different things. Up to you. Okay, just go to any scene that you want. Just create, because when it started, it's blank, nothing much. You just need to start your own from there, and then it's from the scene. You have multiple sources. You can have photo, you can have video. So let's say I can quickly open up. Let's say I want to put a photo inside. I just do a simple photo. I don't know, just any name. You just create one. Okay. Then you just look for a source. Where is the source from? Where is the photo from? Is it from your hardware, from your hard disk, or anything? So you just look for the source. Okay, and then let me just quickly show you a folder. Yeah, this part just quickly show you how easy you can do your own, photo sharing. Open, yeah. Okay, and I have a photo picture already. So it already bring up. So you can see it's oversized. Usually it's oversized. All you need to do is right click on it, and then just transform into a full size. Fit to the screen. Okay, then you can see it fit to the screen. Just lock it. Okay, let me just lock it. Yeah, so it's right there. So this is just a photo. So if you do see it, okay, this on the right, what you're seeing right now is this is what I'm actually you guys seeing. But on the left hand side is the OBS. It's just to show you what is actually going to happen. But until you press the transition, only you will become to your side there. Oh, too small. Let me try. I can do this step. Okay, so it's actually looping and looping. Okay, so basically very easy. So because the screen size of this computer is quite big. I don't know how many screen size. It's big screen. So that's why you see the words very small. So usually at the start is you have a blank screen. Okay, let me just create another blank one. Blank. Okay, blank screen, I don't know. Just create a blank one. Okay, so at the start, you will, let me turn off this. At the start, you will have a blank screen, means something. So your scene is for you to do different things. You see, you can do different thing. All right, you can see right there. So scene is to control what are the things that you want to show according to your plan. Different scenes show different things. Depends on you. So like say for myself, I'm talking right here. I switch my input here. Oops. Looks like funny. So you can see I switch back to my input because right now this one's the switching here is actually done by the switcher right here. Switch back to the screen. Okay, you can see switch back to the screen. Switch back to myself. Yeah, so this is done by the switcher. But on top with the screen here, with the software, you can do different things. Like let's say I'll open a blank screen for now. You can see I'm still talking here. I'm just adding up, okay, let's say I just go to this view so you can see what's happening. Okay, and also turn on the camera. So you can see on the, oops, I think it's gone. I forgot you cannot see. My bad. So I need to stay on this thing so only you can see. Sorry, I just keep switching around. Okay, so right here, let me switch off this part. Okay, like I said before, scene is how many scene you want to do, what you want to do with the scene is all here. And then blank screen, just start from scratch. And then from right here, source is, it depends on you. How many source you can also add, no problem. You can add as much source as you want. Any source also can. Let's say I just add a video before. Okay, video source, I just add a video. So this is testing video. I don't know, any video, anything. Okay, so once you put a name there, it'll ask you to look for the video source, where you want to put a video source. Okay, Then let's say I go back to my video right here, and I go to my video, and right there. Okay, let's say I have a what is a good video? Let me look for something simple one. Okay, let's say yeah, this one, just a simple one. This one I did for my friend last time. Okay, open. Okay, so it doesn't show anything here until I press the transform. So just in case I press it. Okay, before I press it, I just make sure everything is correct first. Oops. Transform, and then make sure fit to screen, so it'll be a full size. I can do like this first. I can put one corner here first. Then on top, I can add another input of myself, which is this, because I'm still talking here. I'm still talking here. And then add myself in. So I can add a okay. Let me switch off. I add video capture device. Yeah, video capture device. And then this is I'm using Atom. Okay, let's say Atom testing. Where is okay? Then I just look for the source. Where is it? Leveraging design is the switcher. Press on it. See, okay. Because you see that what is happening right now, because it's, I'm actually looping the computer view to the switcher. That's why now you can see it's like a loop and loop and loop. Then you can, of course, you can choose the resolution. You can leave it there. Okay, so I press OK. Okay, let me just go back. Oops, I messed up the size already. Let me fit the screen in, and then I go smaller. Oops, I go a smaller size. Okay, right there, you can see right here on the right hand side. Yeah, you can just do as much as you can. It's up to you. It's right here. Okay, I can switch back to myself. So you can see here, this is the Atom, and then myself, top. Okay, so you see right there. Oops, I forgot. I cannot do this way. Okay, so this is the view from the Atom lah. Okay, because it's actually looping, keep looping. How do I let you see another angle? Okay, let me do this. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me go to the software. I change my view so you know it's what's happening. Okay, so this is a software allow you to see what the camera is seeing. Sorry, allow you to see what. Sorry, this is just to control the Atom. I need to go to 2, I think. Okay, let me try again. On. Okay, now you can see something. Okay, so this is behind the scene. Okay, nice. So you can see this is behind the scene right here. You can switch off. You can switch on. Right there. Okay, so okay, let me. Oh, one more. I need a sound. Just a sound come in. Copy. Sorry, a bit messy now. Go back here. Paste. You can just copy and paste. Okay, right now I just transition. So you hear my sound. You also hear the video sound. So you can see on the left hand side there's the video I put in before. On the right hand side is the switcher. So what you see there is live. Everything here is live. Okay. So it's, yeah, you can adjust anything you want. It's like right there. Okay. So this is the video I showed you before, and then I can switch back to myself. Yeah, turn on my on, and then if I do switch back, yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. So you can really customize and do many different things here. Okay, yeah. So Kenny, that's the OBS part. So okay, what I suggest you is, okay, let me go back to myself. Okay, what I suggest you is for the OBS, you really need to download it. It's free, and you just customize your own. A bit hard to explain here, but you just customize your own. Try it yourself. Just stream to your Facebook. So how you want to stream to your Facebook? Very easily. Just click on the. Let me go back to this part. Cut. Okay, so go back to Facebook, and then you know on the top left corner here, you just go press OBS preference. Okay, preference stream. You look for a stream. Okay, right now because it's gray color, because right now I'm currently streaming to YouTube. This is why. Let me just adjust this one. Yeah, so you can see right now I'm actually streaming to YouTube. This is the YouTube part. So that's why it's gray color. You cannot do any adjustment. You cannot do any adjustment because it's here. So here you just need to switch to Facebook, and then they'll ask you for a stream key. Stream key. So every streamer, every place you put either Facebook or you want to put YouTube, they will give you a stream key. Let me go to stream setting here. See, stream setting, and then you look for a stream key. You just copy this stream key, copy and paste. So the computer know where is the sound, sorry, not sound, the source of the video that you want to stream. It's like an address from your computer to internet to YouTube, or computer, internet, Facebook. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so yeah, just give it a try for a start. Then, yeah, pretty much. Yes, Kenny, as long as anything with HDMI output, anything, any camera, HDMI output to the capture card. Okay, let me go back to myself. So you can see any HDMI input. So let's say you can see I'm plugging right here. You can see right here HDMI input. Okay, I go back to my put back my lens first. Oops. Okay, so right there. So I turn on the camera. Okay, and then I need to switch to a lower view. Okay, let me switch to the number 3. Okay, and number 4. Okay, so you can see that. So you can see on the lower left corner is the what you see on the camera. That's how I'm moving it right now. You can see. So as long as any OK， 如果有几个人讲话黄兆正，你的最好的方法就是戴耳机，也就是说，人家跟你讲话的时候，那个声音不要从喇叭出，因为会有microphone 嘛 ，microphone 的话还会再抽回去喇叭出的声音就不好，不要，你要的是用你戴耳机，所以我本身都有准备个耳机的，真的你戴个耳机可以了，所以声音你听他们讲话去你耳机。但是你讲话的时候，你可以去相机的喇叭，或者是去你的自己要用的那个都可以，两种。OK， 我现在回来先，有点乱啊。OK， 这样子 ，So 很简单OK， 好吧，我们已经讲了1个小时48分钟。OK，So 大概是这样。那当然。如果要分享，其实不难的，相机、镜头、一个 capture card， 暂时然后再加个软件就可以分享了，很简单。我都是从0到现在这样子。那当然，如果你要把你的画质看到更突出一点 ，OK， 你就可以去找Harn 都好 ，CRS 都好，他们都有卖灯的，你可以找他们。OK， 这个是后面这两个是Power Tube，OK， 我可以介绍一下，就是回来我的屏幕，回来我屏幕。然后 ，Yes， okay, Kenny, your okay. Let me switch back to my view again. Wait. Okay, just see it myself. Okay, nice. And then I just this 1, 2, 3 on. Okay, so Kenny, for your question is, you can. Yeah, 6.4 and OBS, yes, you can start. But right now is because you don't have a capture card, so you need to use Imaging Edge. That way, a little bit, it's not that smooth experience. So best is you still need a capture card. OBS using okay, we can discuss later. Anyway, best is you still need camera, capture card, computer. These 3 things. 是黄兆正后面的灯是可以变色的，所以我是想带给你看，就是这个，你们可以去找叫 Nan Light。后面那两只长那个是我刚新买的，我蛮喜欢。应该是1000多块一只啊，你可以买，看到可以找 promo， 你问那个店叫 Nan Light， 然后叫 Power Tube。这个 Nan Light Power， 它叫 Power Tube， 看吗？你可以找这个 Nan Light Power Tube， 它还有最长是这两只。最长的这个叫 30C 应该是这个叫 30C， 然后有 15C 跟 6C 是更短的，所以 15C 跟15寸，你可以去找到店。OK， 这个是长的，然后我再另外找一个中距离，看吗？这个是比较长的，然后我这个一个比较短一点的，它的一半嘛，看吗？比较短一点。Oops， 我要换这样直播你看不到。OK， so OK， 这是短一点的，那么是短一点的。 这是15C， 这是30C， 那么还有一个更短叫6C， 所以这种灯它可以变色，所以你可以做很多东西，你要拿来做 workshop 都可以，没问题。我开看，看吗？这现在是白灯，好像我们玩 lightsaber 这样子。然后它的灯光还蛮柔的，所以现在这个灯是蛮亮的啊，我先把它调低一点点 ，OK， 现在低一点点，所以你可以看到它那个灯是蛮柔性的，因为它是好像一个就蛮不错啦啊，所以你可以做很多 lighting， 你看你怎样做咯，这可能有点太亮啊，看吗？所以你可以加看吗？说蛮不错的，你可以了解一下。然后 ，so switcher is optional. Kenny, yes, your starting point is camera, HDMI, capture card. I don't know whether they sell right now. There's also a cheaper version one, but China brand. I don't know whether they are good or not, but you can look for them. China brand. Anything they are looking around 200 ringgit, 100 to 200 ringgit. The cheaper one, but I never tried before. The one I bought before was 500. It's from J5. Yeah, that one's fine. But right now this one I'm using is 1006, so it's a bit more advanced. So 你可以用这几个，所以你要有相机、capture card 跟电脑3个东西 to start 你的 streaming。对，这个蛮不错的。OK， 然后你可以换灯。我要换灯的话，它这叫 non-light power tube。然后我换去 oops， 好嘛，你现在在换灯咯。然后你可以调，这是它红，现在是红嘛，然后可以再调去，看吗？你可以调颜色，这现在蓝色，看吗？蓝色变青。OK，so 还蛮不错的，你可以真是改变你的视频的颜色，你看，你这是可以改变所以你要做视频做 sharing 啊。这些灯光虽然是看起来很简单，其实可以让到你那个感觉蛮不错。再加上你后面的家的背景也可能有不同的颜色，这些颜色可以带出你整个 streaming 的感觉。就算现在很多人都是用这种 LED 灯，你可以考虑这个我不懂哦，我完全没有用过 China brand 的 capture card， 我觉得有很多牌子啦对咯，我之前用的是那个500块的，就是这个。我用那个可以啦，我用那个，但是其他的我就不知道。就是说这个我之前用的是这个 J5 那这个 JVA02 这个500块这个东西。我之前用的就是这个东西，这个都 OK 的，可以可以考虑。所以这个是比较出名点的啦，不是那种200块中国货但是如果你那边有人卖，他们用到可以用，你就买咯不一定要买这个，可能买那种200多块的都可以，是看你啦。然后我现在现在用的这个是 Atom Mini， 就更加的厉害哦，因为它是 switcher 跟 capture card 一起，它们还有4个 HDMI input，OK 但是这个不是做最顶的，最顶的是那种有 SDI input 的那个 Sony 也是有，但是那个是很厉害的，那种是更高级哦，是拿来做 SDI input， 就是Sony 什么 Live Switcher， 我不知道什么名字，这个叫更大个了这个东西对 MCX50 这个对这里是更加的高了，因为它有那个 SDI input， 就是我要看到后面这种。这是什么 MCX500这个是真的是很顶的啦 ，OK。然后看吗？所以它后面有很多个很小个，可能有看到，你可以找一下，它后面有 HDMI port， 还有 SDI port。SDI port 好处就是因为我再回来讲一下，所以分别就是 HDMI 的线不可以很长，越长的话呢，它会 drop signal 的，不好的。然后SDI 的线比较好，很远，去得很远，然后都不会跌 quality。但是 HDMI 不是 ，HDMI 的会跌。然后二来就是 HDMI 你插脚过后如果你的脚不小心卡到，你就掉出来了。SDI 是可以锁的这样子，所以还有它的不一样啦。SDI 是比较 durable，so 不一样的用处。Atom 对 Atom 蛮不错，它是蛮稳的。 这个我现在买这个就是普通的，不是 Pro， 是1650块，所以1620块啊。其实不是1620块是那个运输费，所以这个是1600。但是如果你买 Pro 的话是3000多，所以看到我可以看我就解释了那个如果你没有用到，可以再介绍一下，如果没有用到那个 multiple view， 你没有需要到 multiple view， 你又没有需要到直接录进 hard disk， 你也没有需要到直接可以上网 stream。如果你没有需要到这些东西，你买这个普通就够了。好像我本身都是买普通的就够了，因为我只是需要多一个 input 在我前面，然后再用相机这样子够了，这样子很简单。所以你看到吗？这个说我突然加一个字在下面，这是用那个电脑做出来的。但是这个 switch 很方便，就是说就算我换了不同的 screen 都好，我也可以再把那个字带出来，因为我在电脑自己可以加下去，看嘛，可以自己人加，全部是 live 的。可以OK WiFi HDMI 的话 OK 回来先所以我先把这个关掉。如果你是用 WiFi HDMI， 我之前有买过，这个现在是最出名的，你们可能也是懂 Holy Land 这个地方打开，我这是普通版本不是最好的，不是最顶的，有更顶的。Anyway， 这个已经很足够给我用了，好吗？我很快回来。OK， 通常的问题就是 video 出来的那个速度会慢过声音，通常啦，所以你必须要在你的那个看电脑咯，有些 switcher 里面可以调在 switcher 这个 switcher 里面你可以调它的那个声音跟那个 video 的速度。可能是说你把那个声音放慢点，不是把它放慢是说你把它那个声音到的速度把它慢可能2拍，然后 video 才到一起来，这个声音就比较齐。就像你现在听的声音是比较蛮齐的嘛，不错的。OK 但是我也是发现到稍微一点点的差距，但是已经是足够。你做 live stream 其实这样子已经很好了，这是直接在用相机上面的。但是如果你用这种东西，你必须要找出它的慢的时间多少，然后在电脑的软件补回去，你可以补的假设我现在回来这里，在这个 OPS 是可以补的。我现在换回来，现在可能有点小个OK， 不用紧，我大概你看到这个我好像一个设置对 ，Advanced Audio Properties 这里，看吗？你可以按这里一个叫 Sync Offset， 在这里你可以调多少个 millisecond。这个你要算这个有点难这个你要用那个你要做 testing 了过后，然后再进你的那个你修改照片修改视频的 video editing software， 好像用达芬奇的你进去，然后再找出你拍手1、2、3拍，1、2、3拍，你要看你的那个video 声音跟 audio 声音相差多远，你来算出它是少了多少秒。上网可以找到一个答案的，这是一个 example。然后在 OBS 不啦，在那个Atom Mini 软件里面也是有这样的东西，你也可以调。我来开给你看，我回去 Audio 这里，看吗？我已经调的是2拍，大概是两个拍，两个啦。我也不能跟你讲，就这样子你调，之后它的声音会比较齐一点点OK， so 这样子，所以很正常声音会慢过 video， 很正常所以你就慢慢这样子调。OK，so 这是 live streaming， 你可以看到这个，然后你可以看到另外一个相机，所以你可以看到这整个 live streaming 的 setup， 就是如果你看你要怎样做你可以 start from 一个相机跟一个 capture card 一个电脑 starting point。那当然，如果你要 show 更多东西，你就要可能换角度，或者是换角度。然后我开这个灯，换角度，我再变青灯了。看我现在这变青色轨了。OK， 然后我可以关掉它。然后再第3个就是去电脑OK， 第4个就是去我另外一个相机在这里，看吗？这另外一个相机在这里，另外一个，所以就是这个是用完整个东西，然后你可以看，然后再开去 OK， 所以这个是比较 more advanced 的 ，of course starting point 你可以 start from 你还是要一个相机先，然后才从那边慢慢的这样增加。可以调的。Yeah, so Kenny, what you can do is, how to put it? Yeah. Let me go to my Facebook for now. You can actually stream to your Facebook, your own Facebook, and you set it to private, and only yourself can see. So 你只可以弄给自己看。所以我现在去换这个，看。OK， 这是我的 Facebook。OK， 然后你有什么问题，你们可以加我 Facebook， 这是我的 Facebook， 你可以加我。So， 然后我在下面这里，其实我看我自己有做一个 test， 看吗？然后我是 set 给我自己，only me， 人家是看不到的。我是做一个简单的 video streaming， 然后我就大概 test 一下 setting， so 它可以，看吗？简单的，看吗？所以这里你现在看到的就是我之前在我楼下的那个另外一个就人家好了。因为我现在其实在我叔叔家，看到我那个楼下个家。Anyway， 这个就这样子来 test， 你可以 set 给自己 ，only 你自己看到。你先做这 test 先，做了这 test 过后，然后你可以看，你可以 share 给朋友看 O 不 OK 这样子，好不好？就是这样，很简单。OK， 有什么问题可以加我，这是我名字，这是我的 Facebook，然后我要看回这也是看问题。Yeah, rehearsal can live in private, no problem. Can. So you can also rehearsal live in private and add certain friend. You can live with certain friend only to see. Also can, no problem. Okay, so I think that's it for tonight. I think we have lots of. Yeah. So hope you all find something interesting today. Yeah, and switch off face detection. When you do live streaming, just switch off. So it will prioritize what is in front of you. Okay. So when you're doing live streaming, make sure you switch off. So you focus what is in front of you, and back to me. Focus in front of you, and back to me. So you won't see the face. Even though my face is half covered, it's still focused on the front. Yeah, like that. Okay, thanks for everyone joining this video. Okay, so if you want to find out all the lighting, all the camera, feel free to drop by to your favorite shop in Johor. Yeah, thank you, CK. Yeah, whether also Malacca as well. If you're from Malacca, feel free to drop by the shop and then ask them everything about Sony. Okay, then all this lighting you can see. You can ask them. The best LED lighting right now is, I think, also for quite affordable. It can be the non-light. Then of course, sometimes people like the aperture because they have different things. They can try as well. So a non-light aperture, these two like a most popular brand. And I think another brand called Onsmo. But I think recently I see more innovative stuff coming from non-light. So you can really go and check out. Yeah, like this one I'm using the power tube. It's quite interesting. And this is the right there. And then you can do quite a lot of things, but I don't really play with other things because I don't really use something like this one. This is like, maybe a police coming. You can do stuff like that. So it's like you can do different more for video lah. Yeah, but I don't think you need this for photo. But you can get the idea. So you can set like that. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Okay, hope you understand. This is how I do this live streaming. Because I'm thinking is 这个是比较是那种 interactive session， 人家有问题就分享这样子，所以这个我这个 utilize 是比较对咯 troubleshooting。OK， 谢谢参加。So 有什么我们再谈啊。